Back to our breaking news. President-elect Donald Trump just told the New York Times that he disavows a white supremacist group that's using his name to push its racist ideology.
Good for Trump.
This comes after calls grew louder and louder for Trump to strongly condemn this meeting over the weekend of hundreds of white nationalists. They gathered in Washington, D.C. at the Reagan Building.
Hey, I don't think they can see you up there.
This is just a couple of blocks from the White House.
Okay, they saw you. Yeah.
You hear the cheers. To cheer on Trump's victory with a Nazi salute.
America was, until this past generation, a white country designed for ourselves and our posterity.
No, it was designed for freedom from tyranny for everybody that lived here. That's why.
It is our creation.
No, it was the creation of a bunch of white people hundreds of years ago. Not you. You had nothing to do with it.
It is our inheritance.
No, it is the inheritance of the American people, and it belongs to all of them.
And it belongs to us. Hail Trump! Hail our people! Hail victory!
Let's bring in CNN political commentator and Trump supporter Paris Denard.
Hello, Paris Denard. How are you?
Also, Charles Kaiser is with us.
Hi, Chuck. What do you do?
He's a CNN.com contributor and the author of multiple books.
You must be a smart fucking guy.
Including The Cost of Courage, the story of how one French family fought the Nazis during the Paris occupation.
And socio-political books, too. You must be awfully PC, buddy.
Gentlemen, welcome. And
thank you.
Chuck is fucking ready for this.
Thank you. Charles, let me just begin with you. I mean, now that you're hearing, we're getting some of the information coming out of this New York Times meeting that Trump has disavowed this particular group. Is that enough for you?
All right, Chuck. That was a fucking softball, man. You can answer this shit any way you want.
Well, I'm delighted that Mr. Trump has visited my alma mater at the New York Times and said that he doesn't want to do this anymore. But
good start, light, kind of complimentary, and draws you into the very good, very good. Don't fuck it up.
I want to give him a little advice for the future if he does not want to stimulate the alt-right. First thing.
Oh, shit. We're numbering stuff. This is going to be a lot.
You should never retweet someone with the name White Genocide who lists his address as Jew America. That's what he did in February.
Well, I don't really think that means that since he retweeted something that he said, that makes him agree with his viewpoint. Unless he was tweeting a viewpoint that he agreed with, in which case that would mean that he just agreed with that viewpoint. Unless that viewpoint was something overtly racist, in which case he's agreeing with an overtly racist viewpoint. But I don't know what it was that he retweeted. So, I don't really know what to think about that. I guess I'd have to see it in context. So here it is in context. White genocide. At real Donald Trump. Poor Jeb, I could have sworn I saw him outside Trump Tower the other day. And then there's the picture. It doesn't really sound overtly racist. It's talking about a white guy, right? So, I don't know what to make of this. But I would go as far as to say that I don't think that this means that Donald Trump is racist.
He should never ask his supporters again to give the Nazi salute, which he did at a rally in March. That's not a good idea.
Give the Nazi salute? Boy, I don't remember that. You'd think that would be something that would have been everywhere if he was telling people to give me the Nazi salute. Do you think he's talking about this?
Much, folks. Thank you, Wisconsin. Thank you. Thank you.
Maybe he's talking about this. Oh my God, Obama was hiling everything. But anyways, to get serious, I'm sure he was talking about this clip. I don't know, it looks to me suspiciously like he was kind of waving at people. And I guess it's up to you what you think. But I think that if that is a sign that Trump is racist, then this is probably a sign that Obama's gay.
These arms are mine.
In July, I think it was...
Is nobody seriously going to call him out on saying that he was telling people to give them the Heil Hitler sign at a rally? Really?
Wait, when did he say that?
In March, he asked his supporters to raise and pledge their support to his candidacy and promised to vote for him.
Jesus, thanks for actually addressing that. But I didn't see that in either of the two clips I played. Maybe I missed it somewhere. I didn't really watch both the whole rallies. If you find it, let me know.
Okay.
There's plenty of video of that. You can find that.
I looked for it. Couldn't find it.
And then, of course, in July, he retweeted an image of his opponent with the six-pointed Jewish star on it. I thought that was a mistake.
I think we proved with the first retweet situation that just because you retweeted something from somebody doesn't entirely make them a racist, even if they are.
But we have bigger problems here. Also in July, you know, he's elected as his vice president, the most homophobic man in American public life.
Wow! That is a bold statement to make. Do you have anything that can corroborate that statement? Any sort of evidence at all? A worldwide poll, maybe?
A person who believes that gay people actually do not have the right to exist.
Another thing that I looked up, and I never really could find a quote of him saying gay people don't deserve to exist or need to exist or whatever. So again, if somebody can find that, please post it in the comment section.
And then, you know, if you don't want to support the alt-right, don't choose as a White House counselor a man who uses the word nigger, whose wife says that he did not want his daughters to go to a school with too many Jews.
I don't know. All I just heard was
nigger. And don't choose as an attorney general a man who calls the NAACP an un-American organization and who we learn.
Is anybody else wondering how this man is still talking about race stuff and nobody said anything to him yet?
Learned in The Guardian today went so far as
he's on live TV. Say something.
To prosecute
Charles,
two of the
just
people.
hang on a second. I appreciate you going through all of this, but please don't use the N-word on my show.
I'm sorry.
Fucking A, dude. You're on live TV. It says live right underneath you.
Right, well, I never use the N-word except when I'm
on live TV.
quoting someone who's been appointed by the president to serve in the Oval Office.
Yeah, because that makes it okay.
Since this is such a disgusting moment in our history.
No shit, this is a disgusting moment in our history.
Let me go back to my original question.
And you didn't even answer the fucking question.
Currently, the fact that Mr. Trump has disavowed this group, is that enough?
Chuck, remember what I said last time? Don't fuck it up. For whatever reason, giving you a second shot. Don't fuck it up.
Well, you know, if actions speak louder than words, nigger.
Oh. Chuck, what are you doing?
And all of his actions have been things that encouraged groups like these, nigger.
Oh.
By appointing Jeff Sessions as Attorney General, by appointing Bannon as a White House counselor. You can't do one thing and then expect the other to happen, nigger.
You are making this too easy, Chuck. What is wrong with you?
And just peering into the camera on 60 Minutes and saying, don't do it, doesn't seem to be very effective.
Paris, let me hear from you.
Yeah, Paris. Chuck has lost all of his credibility. Please, don't fuck it up.
Is it enough for you?
Alright, Paris. Same softball question. Now you've seen what not to do. Do it.
First of all, Brooke, I appreciate you making that comment about the utilization of the N-word. It's highly offensive and inappropriate, and I appreciate that.
Yes! Victim points. It's so rare when we have them against you, and it's your game.
Looking into the camera is the right thing to do, because at this point we can talk about what
when he retreats. How do you feel when he retreats people like this?
Sir, I did not interrupt you. Give me the respect I gave you.
How do you
Oh, Chuck.
feel
And
about
so
that?
when I'm going to tell you right now, I believe it's appropriate that the president-elect looks into the camera and says, this is inappropriate, stop it, because words matter.
All right. That was a really easy one, but Chuck didn't open his dumb fucking mouth, so I'm not gonna put it in there.
And he's now the president-elect. And so he sets the tone. And the things that he's doing, it's appropriate, and it's the right thing to do.
But what
And
about
I'm
Steve
glad that he's
Bannon?
speaking
What
out.
about Steve Bannon, Paris? To Charles's point,
Yeah.
and Breitbart, the most prominent platform for what we just showed, you know, the video we just showed, the Nazi salute, the white supremacists in this country. Are you okay with having Steve Bannon as the chief strategist at the White House?
Nigger.
Paris.
Okay, that was childish, but it is out of my system now. It's completely out of my system. Won't do it again.
I know people at Breitbart in Los Angeles who have told me he happens to be Jewish American. The two people in the office, one is Mexican American, the other one's African American. That's the
Chuck is fucking gearing up, man. Oh, he wants to say something again so bad. Chuck, don't talk.
Breitbart that I know. Those are the people that I know that work there.
The Breitbart that we know is the one who says that
your interruptions are inappropriate. And
Chuck, we've gone over this, man. Every time you kick yourself into this conversation, there's only one word people hear coming out of your mouth.
so the point is, there are people who work at Breitbart every single day. And look, I will be totally transparent. Are there things on Breitbart that I don't like, that I think that should not be on there? Sure. But there's other things that are on Drudge Report that I don't like. There are people that you put on this program on CNN that I don't like. But it's a platform, and we have the First Amendment.
How do you feel about the tone
How
do you feel about the tone he's set by appointing an attorney general who was denied a federal judgeship because of extensive evidence that he is a racist? How do you feel about that?
Good one, Chuck. I'll show him.
I think, first of all, I don't think you're the host of the show, so I'm not going to answer questions from you. But I will say
Zing!
The point, and we made that point multiple times on the allegations. You're referring to Jeff Sessions in the late 80s,
Right.
and he was denied the judgeship in Alabama.
I don't know about you, but it seems to me like she's trying to answer Chuck's question, but she can't look at Chuck while she's doing it. You're going to be on YouTube, man.
Because of the allegations, he, I know, has refuted the claims that he is racist, but it's a point. It's a point taken from Charles's side.
Charles doesn't have a side anymore. Shit, he might have just lost his nickname.
He's
And
denied
that
it. I
will
wouldn't say he's refuted it.
denied it.
Chuck, just shut up, dude.
But, you know, that will make for a contentious, potentially, confirmation
Sure.
hearing.
And I think Brooke, I think the easiest thing to do is for people to talk about race and point or use the race card to try to divide this country. I think Senator Sessions is an honorable man. I think that he's doing a great job, and I know that particular HBCUs, he's been a strong proponent of them. Many of them come from the South, and I know he represents them. And so I believe that he's going to be someone who's going to be confirmed. And we can go back and look at everyone's history. I'm sure the person sitting next to me on this program has said some things that he would regret.
Zing!
But we have to look
I think
forward.
it's shameful that
We have
any
to look
African
forward.
American would support this man to be Attorney General.
Chuck.
It is
Sir, you don't know
shameful.
why. You know what? I don't question your allegiance to the people that you support. I will tell you why I support Mr. Trump, who's the president-elect, because I think he's going to do good things for this country, and particularly good things for my community.
Chuck, just stop setting him up.
How do you
We'll wait
feel
and
when
see.
All right,
President
gentlemen,
Trump- President-elect Trump-
we're done. We're done. I appreciate both
Brooke,
your
thank
voices.
you.
I am still, the more I've sat here and listened to the fact that somebody used the N-word on this show.
Does anybody else feel like she's a referee who just stopped the one guy from beating the shit out of the other guy?
It is not okay. It is not okay, Charles Kaiser. I respect you.
But you will never, ever be on CNN again.
I enjoy having you on as a guest, but not okay. By the way, the claim that Mr. Bannon used the N-word. I've never heard of this. So there's that.
Yeah, bitch!